Did you hear the one about the guy who comes home, asks his wife, he says, hey, it's New Year's Eve, what'd you make for dinner? And she says, reservations? Did you hear the one about the Chinese guy and the Jewish guy sitting on a park bench arguing about whose civilization is older? Chinese guy finally looks over to the Jewish guy and says, listen, you say you're 1,000 years older than us, what'd you eat the first 1,000 years? All kinds of jokes, everybody, all kinds of jokes. When it comes down to it, though, Jewish people, we love our food. There's no question about it. But not just our food, we love everybody's food. I love different flavors, whether it be Indian flavors, curries and tandooris and all these beautiful things, and Italian flavors, and you add the basil and the Italian spices and the oregano, all these good things. I like Chinese food. Who doesn't like Chinese food? It's really delicious. And so we've taken from all these other cultures and peoples, we've taken their food. We've made it Jewish. We gave it a bar mitzvah or whatever we might have done. We made the food Jewish. No, we prepare it in a kosher way. And as long as we prepare it in a kosher way and it's kosher foods, then it's great and we can enjoy everybody's food from the entire world. It's fantastic. I love it. What's the lesson that we can take from borrowing from all these different cultures when it comes to their food? Is that, hey, we've got what to offer also. Is that the Jewish people have an incredibly rich heritage, our history, everything we've been through, everything we're going to do, everything we've done. This is the Jewish people. We're incredible. We're an incredible people, amongst the greatest who ever walked the earth. What we've gone through, what we've accomplished, we're amazing. But we have to cherish it, and we have to know it. And so many of us don't. So many of us think that Chinese food is our heritage. It's not. We borrowed that from them. Thank God, because I love it. And some people think that bagels, lox, and cream cheese is all Judaism is all about. It's not. Also a delicious dish that I enjoy, but it's not what Judaism is all about. Judaism is about our heritage. It's about our culture. It's about the religion of it. It's about so many things that are part and parcel about who we are. So when you eat your Chinese food or your bagel, your Italian food, whatever it might be, remember, hey, the Jews, we're special. We're special. Those people have special foods and special cultures and all those types of things. Great, wonderful. We can taste it, we can sample it, we can visit it, we can go on vacation where they are, whatever it might be. But when it comes down to it, we have to know who we are, what we stand for, and what other peoples in the world can learn from us. And we have to live by it to the best of our abilities. That's what it's about. Let's move on to today's dish. Today's dish I'm excited about. I enjoy making Chinese food. You know I love the wok. I love to use the wok. It's a jack of all trades, as I've said many times on the show. I like to use the wok. Today, I'm going to make teriyaki chicken. This teriyaki chicken I use in my teriyaki chicken dishes, but also I use it when I make teriyaki chicken sushi. Ooh, it's a special dish that I make sometimes. Not making it today, but I'm making teriyaki chicken. Then I'm going to make lo mein with vegetables today, broccoli and corn. It's going to be fantastic. And then I saw this great recipe. I wanted to try it out. Seems easy enough. Going to make homemade scallion pancakes. My kids love them. My family loves them. Homemade scallion pancake. Just like going to China without having to leave the house. At least the Chinese food shop down the street. Whatever it is, let's get to the kitchen, stop joking around, and make some delicious food. Let's go. Teriyaki chicken with broccoli, garlic, lo mein. Let's get it cooking. First, I'm going to prepare my chicken, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to boil the water for the lo mein noodles. I've added my noodles. I'm going to give them a whirl, give them a twirl. We don't really want them to stick now. Give them a little whirl, a little twirl, a little bit of olive oil. Chicken is cut up into nice long strips. That's the way I like to make this dish. Now I'll add my spices. I'm going to start with onion powder, followed by black pepper, lemon pepper, ginger. I prefer fresh. I didn't have any, but use ginger. Garlic. That I had some fresh garlic. I put that right in there. Some white pepper, generous amounts of soy sauce, nice fat splash of rice wine vinegar, and then to make this a teriyaki dish, we've got to have our brown sugar. I'll mix that all up well and throw it in the fridge for a little while before it's ready to cook up into deliciousness. Preparing my baby corn and my broccoli for the lo mein. I'm using peanut oil today, a little peanut oil in the wok, get it hot, add my garlic, brown it up,
Now it's time to add the vegetables. Toss the broccoli right into the garlic. This smells fantastic. And then now I'll add the corn and toss that in too. Broccoli and the corn have been fusing with the garlic. It's smelling great. And now I'm going to add some salt, little white pepper, and some onion powder. Give it a whirl. Oh, this smells great. I've got my chicken wok nice and hot. Gonna add some peanut oil and get the chicken mixture in there. I'm putting the whole thing in together. I'll pat it down so I get as much surface on the cooking surface as possible. My vegetable mix is almost done. I'm gonna finish it up with some rice wine vinegar. Toss it up and then transfer it over out of the wok. I'll keep the wok hot and I'm gonna bring in my lo mein noodles. I'll re-oil the wok in anticipation of the lo mein noodles' arrival. Give them a mix, get them a whirl, and let's get rocking. The chicken's looking great. Think it's probably time to stir it up a little bit and flip them over. I'll add some soy sauce to the lo mein. This is going to be great. Adding some salt and some rice wine vinegar to my lo mein. It's really starting to look right and good and it smells great. While my chicken continues to cook beautifully, I'm going to add the vegetables to the lo mein and mix it up. This lo mein dish looks fantastic. All right. It's time to bring it all together. I've got my broccoli garlic lo mein here and now my teriyaki chicken. Beautiful and delicious.
Friends, Chinese food gets me excited. What can I say? I enjoy Chinese food. I like the texture, I like the smell, I like everything about it. And it's a great pleasure to eat Chinese food. Matter of fact, I learned one time that in Chinese culture, the best seat in the house at the Chinese restaurant is right next to the kitchen. Now, most people, when you go to a restaurant, you don't want to sit next to the kitchen. You hear the waiters and the waitresses and the chefs, and you hear all the hustle and bustle, and they're going in and they're going out, and they brush you, and they drop things on you, who knows? But this is what I understand is that at a Chinese restaurant, the best place to sit is right next to the kitchen. Why? It's because you get the food right out of the wok fastest. And at that moment when it comes out of the wok, that's when it's at its greatest level of flavor. It's called wok hei. Wok hei. You get it out of the wok, and that's the best point in time to eat it. And after it comes out of the wok, it's going a little bit down in flavor, which is incredible because I love it. It's delicious when it gets to me. But that's the thing, wok hei. Get that optimal pleasure experience out of the Chinese food. I love it, and I try to get the optimal pleasure experience out of life. That's what we're trying to do here. And that's really a lesson is in everything we do is to try to get that optimal pleasurable experience. And that's what Judaism teaches us to do. It's hard to understand if you don't understand Judaism. So get to know it and get to learn it because that's what Judaism does. It teaches us to get the optimal pleasurable experience out of everything. Our interactions with others, our marriages, our friends, our business dealings, everything in our life. That's what Judaism is all about. And that's what Chinese food teaches me. And that's not the only reason I love to eat it. It's because it's delicious.
Homemade scallion pancakes. Yes, we got to give this a shot. Let's go. Start with a leek. Start with some scallions. I'm working with 2 cups of flour. Gonna add salt, onion powder, ginger, garlic powder, and some lemon pepper. Now, I'm going to mix it up well and add 2 cups of water. You want a pretty thin consistency, so mix it up. If you need a little more water, add a little more water. You don't want it to be too thick, unless you want a big, thick pancake, then you do. But I don't. I want it to be nice and thin. So make a nice, thin mixture. Batter's mixed up well. I'm going to add my leeks and my scallions and give it a whirl. My pan's on a medium-low heat. I'm going to add a little bit of peanut oil and get ready to cook these beautiful scallion pancakes. You'll see the edges start to turn color and maybe crisp up a little. That's a great sign. And when that gets going, you want to give it its first flip. I'm going to flip them twice to crisp them up after both sides are done. Here's the first one. I think it's ready. Put it on my cutting board. I'm going to use my pizza cutter, except for this one I use specifically for meat dishes and not cheese dishes, so it's a separate one that you'll see when I make pizza. But here it is. Let's see. This should be crispy. Oh yeah, it's crispy, and it smells great, and it's really hot. All right, I'm gonna make some more. These came out great. They're crispy on the outside. They're definitely not charred or overdone or anything like that. They're a little doughy on the inside. They've got nice flavor. I would definitely spice them a little heavier maybe next time. Scallions, the Leeks, you can taste them. Really good stuff. A little bit of dipping sauce of your favorite kind. And wow, this is a great side dish.
Whoa, food looked good, didn't it? It's not like the Chinese place down the street, but it's delicious. I made it right here. Fantastic. Very happy with how everything came out. The chicken really gets that teriyaki flavor. It smells delicious. Really, really great. The lo mein. I don't like noodles so much, frankly, but they came out really good. A lot of times I'll add honey to that dish, but this time it didn't need it. It really was good. The broccoli, corn, okay, vegetables, you gotta eat them. They're good for you. But the scallion pancakes were really great. Really great. They came out thin. They came out crispy. They had that flavor that I really wanted. I maybe would have fried them a little more and even deep fried them after they were done to crisp it up even more. But you know, that's already we're getting into what's healthy, what's not kind of territory. It really came out good. Bottom line, folks, is what do we learn from all of this Chinese food and everything else? Is that the Jewish people are incredible. We're great. Get to know what we're all about. You try out someone else's culture? Great. Realize what we've got at home. It's fantastic, it's rich, it's deep, and it's full of wisdom. Thank God. Thank God. I love it. See you next time on The Rabbi Cooks. So please share, like, and eat delicious food with amazing people while discussing incredible ideas.